Hi, this video is from interview.com. Interview.com is a job portal. If you're looking for a job, you can post your resume with us. In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the developer best practices. If you're a developer, these points will be really useful. Always use source control system, even if the project has only one developer. By doing that, you don't lose some or whole code immediately and can take the whole advantage of coding histories. Clear case, tortoise SPN you can use. Keep your code simple and with less complexity. More code does not mean better code. Recommended is 10 lines of code per method, 30 methods per class. Please always apply single responsibility principle. That means a single class should do always single responsibility. For example, a class should do only credit related details in a credit class, and another class should always do with a savings related details in the savings class. You should not club credit and savings in a single class. That's what single responsibility means. Don't use magic numbers and strings directly in the code. Use constants or read from property file. This method provides more modularity and understandability. So what happens is, if you're using this magic number all over the code, it's really tough to maintain the code. And one more point is, if you want to change it, it takes a lot of time and it'll become a mess, and it'll result in a lot of bugs, because one place you changed it, another place you don't change it, and it will result in a bug. So better use a constant and change it one place so that it is changed in other place as well. Don't use comment lines to delete the code. Just delete the code. Version controlling system will help you if deleted code is required. Okay, you can just compare the previous version and check. So you don't have to keep the dead code unnecessarily. You don't want the code, just delete it. Delete unused methods and classes. Version controlling system will help you if deleted code is required. Why I'm saying, because the developer might spend a lot of time to understand the unused method. These code is called as dead code. The code is present in the system, but it is not at all used. So developer might spend time to understand the code. So it's wastage of time. So just delete those methods and classes. Catch specific exceptions instead of high-level exceptions like exception class. This will provide understandability and more performance. Say, for example, file not found exception, SQL exception. Even you can have your customized exception, but be specific in your exceptions catching. Keep understandable and long names for variables while coding. Is FTP server down? Account balance. So keep appropriate name for your variables. Package the related class together. It will help to maintain the code and isolate the issue faster. For example, service layer, control layer, SMTP layer, IO layer, DAO layer. So utility classes, so logging, audit purpose, and security classes. So package all the related classes together. What will happen is, if there is any issue happen, you can open that particular module, check few classes, and close the issue as soon as possible. So if the if the classes are related and it is packaged properly, it's the time taken to solve the issue will be less. Use understandable comments. Bad comment is worse than no comment. Try to use positive conditions. Readability of positive conditions are better than the negative ones. For example, if file exists, it's good one. If not of credit limit, it's a little bit tough for readability. Method names must include what is done by this method so that it improves the readability. Create PDF file, send email notification, prepare XML data. From these method names you can understand, okay, prepare XML data. This method is preparing XML data, XML file. The other method is send email notification. Email is prepared and it is notified. Think twice before defining a method as static, because it's very hard to manage the static methods. Avoid using methods with reference parameters. Use multi-attributed object parameters. Instead of multiple parameters, you can use a single object. Try to refactor the code whenever it is required, because once the code has been growing, you can't change it. Make always the instance variable as private. and you should have getters and setters for accessing them. Never ever make an instance variable as public, and never allow anyone outside the world to access that variable. Always practice programming to an interface and not to an implementation. Understand what is programming to an interface concepts well and try to use in your coding. Understand and start using important design principles, open close design principle, single responsibility principles. There are a lot of design principles available, Hollywood principles. There are a lot of design principles available, and factory pattern, template pattern, singleton pattern, proxy pattern, strategy pattern, command pattern. There are hundreds of design patterns available. Understand those principles and start using while you are developing the code. Hope this video is useful. Thank you and all the best.